And a very good morning. It is roughly 11 o'clock on the 12th of June 2020. Let me get some of these comments up. Let me pop this out so I can actually see. Pop out chat. There we go. So how are we all doing? There's a reason why I'm doing this video today on social media. Is it good or bad? I didn't really want to be doing this video. I wasn't going to go live at all today. RS15, hi. The reason why I'm doing this video this morning is because I commented on a page on Facebook today. And it was to do with reducing the 2 meter social distancing rule so pubs can reopen. Ultra funky mentor type trainer, husband, father, top bloke. And I commented on this post to do with these social distancing rules. And I said on this post, and it's on the Sun. So if you're on the if you've got Facebook and you go to the Sun's post and you find this post, you'll maybe see what I've put on there. And thanks for the comment. Looks like the BBC. Wasn't going for the BBC look, but I'm trying to make something look a bit more, workable. But I commented on this post on the Sun, and it says, if I can recall my words, and when the second peak comes, everyone will start blaming Boris Johnson. That's by and large, that's it. And the reason why that's getting my back up a little bit is because it's true. If the distance is reduced down to 1 meter and there is a second peak, chances are that people would be infected anyway, and people would start blaming Boris Johnson for the second peak if the social distancing space gets reduced. So that's what would happen. He would get the blame for it, bearing in mind he would be giving people exactly what they wanted. All right, so it's stupidity. I understand that pubs need to open. I get that. But you need to put the health of the nation before the wealth of a pub. I'm sorry. There are wants and needs out there. And at the moment, the country needs to be safe more than needing to have a drink. So anyway, there's that comment I put on there. I'm pretty sure the Transport Hub will see that post eventually. But someone commented on that post, on my comment. Jim Moat, how you doing? Someone commented on that post. And it's annoying because it was a fake profile. It was a fake profile. And it's basically saying that my comment was racially motivated. No, it wasn't. And I commented back on that. And I said, what part of my comment was racially motivated? And then this fake person on a fake profile said, oh, yeah, but, you're trying to stir up culture and this, that, and the other. No, it's people like you. It's people like you with your fake Facebook profiles trying to stir up racial tension. There's no need for it. There's no need whatsoever to stir up cultural differences and create divide. There's no reason for it. You literally, and I said this on the comment as well, if you're not going to be part of the solution, then you are part of the problem. That is what's happening here, boys and girls, is you've got too many people on social media using social media for spreading hatred, for spreading division between different types of people, between black people, between white people, between brown people, between different cultures, different religions. Stop picking out differences between people, because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, we're all human beings. We are. Seriously, you cut me in half, I'm going to be exactly the same on the inside as what a black man or black woman is, or an Indian man or an Indian woman is. I'm a human being. I've got the same internal organs. I bleed blood the same as everyone else. It doesn't matter about the color of skin or your belief system. It doesn't matter. So please stop spreading racial hatred, racial tension. It doesn't need to happen. It doesn't. Be part of a solution as opposed to being part of a problem. There's been statues being removed. I understand why. I understand why. I believe statues, if they cause offense, I get that. If they need to be removed, they need to be removed. Don't do it in a bad way. Things will happen if you just persevere. They need to be put into museums, and they need to be taught about the actual history of what these statues represent, or who they represent, or how these statues got put there, the history behind these statues. I'm a firm believer in that. These things need to be taught. British history and black history are intertwined. It's not a great history. It's not great at all. The British Empire was literally built on slavery. I understand that. I get it. But what you need to understand is that if you're going to teach one, you do have to teach the other. You do have to teach the good and the bad when it comes to history. But you need to teach it fairly, and it needs to be taught equally. And there shouldn't be any hatred between it. And so I saw an interesting post on Facebook earlier on, and I wish I could remember the guy's name. He's a young black American, and he is right. He's saying that all of this needs to stop. It does, because he has never been a slave. Seriously, I've never owned a slave. I've got nothing to feel sorry for. Yes, I can feel ashamed of the past, but living in the present now, it doesn't exist. Or in some, well, sadly, I can't say that. Sadly, in some parts of the world, slavery does exist. It does. Let's not cast that aside. It's a sad fact of reality. People are still sold as slaves in some parts of the world, but that does need to stop. But the thing is, I'm not going to apologize for being white. And this young black man was right. White people do need to stop apologizing for the past. And it does need to be stopped dragging up, because of course it needs to be taught. I'm not saying forget it, not by a long shot. Everyone needs to learn about what happened and how wrong it was. Seriously, I'm not, don't start judging me for what I'm saying here. Slavery was disgusting. It was bad. It doesn't happen in England. It doesn't happen in America. It does happen in places of the world. It is bad, but it doesn't happen now. Black people are not enslaved by white people. Not all white people own slaves. So please stop using social media to make white people feel ashamed of being white. We can be ashamed of the past, which is right. We should be ashamed of the past, but don't be ashamed of who we are now. We can all be part of a solution to this by spreading a little bit of love, spreading awareness of the situation going on. We can all try and make things more equal for everybody, make things fair. That's what I want to see. That's what I want. I want my kids to grow up in a society where absolutely everyone is equal, bar none. And yes, my kids should learn about black history. And I want them to learn about black history. I want them to learn about how bad it was for black men and black women, and all of the things that black men and black women have accomplished in the last 100 years. Some amazing things. Over half the things we actually use and take for granted at home were invented by black men and black women. And I love that. And the thing is, no one really knows about that. But it's true. Let me read some of these comments now, because I'm going to get absolutely slated on this video today, and I just don't care. All I'm trying to do is ask people to stop using social media as a tool for hate and use it to spread love, about awareness about love. That's all I'm. Instead of using social media to spread fear and hate and organizing horrible rallies, because I've heard there's going to be some kind of march on Saturday by a racist group, and I'm going to urge as many people as possible not to go to that. And I do hope the news covers as much of it as they can, because anyone who goes to that should feel ashamed of themselves if it's true. Hi, says RS15. Transport Hub says, good morning. Ultra Funky, read that one already. Banner looks like the BBC, says RS15. I like the BBC style scrolling and text. And the quotes. Yes, I've got quote of the day by Rosa Parks. Fake profile who says Jim Mowat. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of this person, but if you go to the Sun and you'll find that post, you'll see who it was. Here we go. Transport Hub says lives are more important than pubs reopening. I can't argue. You can't argue with that. Yeah, that's very true. You must put health before wealth. If pubs need to close, I'm terribly sorry about that. I know it's someone's livelihood, but I'm pretty sure working in a pub is not the be all and end all of your life. As in work, work will always be there, one way or another. Everything is racist these days. Yeah, it is sad. Everything is racist these days. And what I'm finding really annoying at the moment is the fact that, yes, things are being removed from the BBC. They're being removed from Netflix and other streaming services like Little Britain. I see where they're going with this. However, Little Britain and Lee Francis, the guy behind Bo Selector and Keith Lemon, didn't do those sketches and those parodies to be racist. They're caricatures. There's a big difference. None of those things were aimed at people to be offensive. You need to look into context. None of that was racist. And the thing is, if you're going to start doing that and removing things, like 40 Towers have been removed, allegedly, because of Don't Mention the War sketch in it. Well, if you're going to start going down that route, then I want the film White Chicks removed from whatever streaming platform that's on. And I want every single black and ethnic minority comedian removed that's ever told a white joke. Because if you're going to do one, you have to do it for everyone. Fair is fair. You see? And the thing is, I guarantee at the moment, it's white middle-class leftists that are getting more offended by this than anyone. Let me read some more of these comments. Quite a lot of fake profiles on Facebook. There are a few that write these long paragraphs of nonsense. Yes, there are. Lots and lots of nonsense. Hey again, says JBM Travels. I agree, says RS15. Someone's dislike your live. Why? I like it. Do you know, if people don't like my live, that's their prerogative. I'm not for everyone. I understand that. Thing is, what I would ask, though, is if people do dislike my videos, at least have the ball to say why. Because those who dislike my videos, unfortunately, you are a minority. Again, I'm not for everyone. But if you're going to dislike my videos, at least have the bottle to say why. Roy West, good morning. Jim Mowat says, you have more dislikes. Please like it, not thumbs down. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. If people don't like what they see on this channel, that's fine. Don't have to watch it. You don't have to subscribe to it. If you don't like it, scroll past it. That's completely fine. All racists are equal, says RS15. Most, if not all, work was done in the past 100 years. Not sure if that came across the right way. Maybe you had a typo. Maybe I read it wrong. I haven't got my glasses on. Victoria Gray says, we can't help what happened in history. Back then, it was a different place and equality wasn't there at that time. Exactly, Victoria Gray. It was a different time. It was a different era. People back then didn't know any better. They didn't realize what they were doing was wrong. And even if they did know it was wrong, they didn't want to be seen to be doing the right thing. However, times have changed. We are now doing the right thing, or we're trying to at least. And the thing is, sadly, racism does work both ways. I've said this many, many times. It's not just white people that are racist, and there are racist white people out there. I'm not going to defend white people at all. However, there are also racist black people and racist brown people. That everyone has the ability to be nasty, and this needs to stop. It really does. Southern Transport 466, aka Mr. Spring Smith. Hi. Transport Hub, agreed. No point comparing what happened decades ago now. We have to move on and bring awareness. We do have to bring awareness. We need to make sure we make where we are living now as shit-free, excuse my language, for our kids. We do. I don't want my kids to grow up in a place where they feel ashamed of being who they are. Oliver, sit down, please. Thank you. Move your head. Move your head. The joys of being a dad. I'm sick of it personally. I want my kids to grow up and be equal with absolutely everyone. I don't want to see a divide. As I get older, as my kids get older, all I want to see is absolutely everyone happy and spreading a little bit of love. Race works both ways, says Roy West, and it's sad but true. It does. It does work both ways. Them dislikes, why? That's fine. People can dislike this video. That's perfectly okay. 14 people are watching this at the moment, which is not a bad turnout, to be fair. Sarah's random videos. Hey, Chris. Hope you're okay today. I am okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm kind of okay. I've coloured the beard again today because my grey patch was coming through again. JBM Travels. It is true. A London bus driver. Is it true that London bus driver got 10k fine for having COVID and driving the bus and spreading it? I don't know. That could just well be a rumor. It may well be true. That I don't know. So I'm neither going to confirm nor deny that. But I'm going to say it's more than likely going to be a load of BS. Just giving you a like, Chris. Thanks, Sarah's random videos. Really appreciate that. I was reading it on Facebook, Twitter, and some newspaper. Again, I can't confirm nor deny that. I don't know. I haven't heard of that. I would say that person would have got in a lot of trouble if they did, and if it was true. Oliver's debut. Yeah, 5-year-olds. What can you do? I was reading Boris buses are coming off the road for good. Again, I don't know that. I don't know that. At the moment, as much as I would love to see those buses off the road, I don't know. I don't want to see those buses off the road. Actually, I take that back. I enjoy driving those buses. I didn't at first. I used to hate those buses, but I enjoy them. I like them. I think they're fit for purpose, especially now, as you obviously know, middle doors, rear door entry. It prevents a lot of problems of COVID-19. Oliver, please stop. Stop. Not funny. No. Where is he? He's crawling on the floor. Look, you see him. Silly sausage. Transport 466, aka Mr. Spring Smith. I hope Donald Trump doesn't stay as president for too long. I remember the good days of Barack Obama. There you go. Again, I'm not American. I think every president, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, has the opportunity to do an absolute wealth of good in the States. And unfortunately, there's good points and bad points to everyone who takes power, no matter where they're from or what government they're in. It's just sad, really. And Donald Trump at the moment is shooting himself in the foot an awful lot. Upcoming new London electric bus routes for 2020. Are they still coming? I'm going to say, in regards to electric buses, a lot of London buses will be crossing over into electric or electric hybrid, where, like the Boris bus, for example, you've got a generator at the back. It runs, or the TA bus, TA1, the triaxle that's in my garage. It is electric, but it has a generator. A lot of buses are going over to that, or failing that, full electric. But the thing is with full electric buses is they've got a lot of problems with full electric. So I'm not too sure. A lot of single decker buses are going full electric. And again, a lot of them have a lot of problems. So we'll wait and see. Watch this space. I mean, electric technology in vehicles isn't a new thing. It's been around for the best part of 80 odd years, believe it or not. It's just not been invested in as much as it should have been. Apparently, rashes might be another symptom of the virus. Really? I don't know. A person in my family had a rash last month. So did I. I had a rash last month. I didn't really. I got a bit of a rash here. I shaped up the beard. But no, I don't know. Again, this might be something to contact the NHS over. It might be worth trying to make a forum to say if anyone who's had COVID-19, if you've had a rash, tick this box. I don't know. Maybe it is a symptom. Maybe it's not. I'm not the best person to say about that. Get in contact with your local GP surgery about that. Transport Hub says, I like the interior of the Boris buses, not too keen on the design. See, the problem with a Boris bus is they're frightfully uncomfortable. And the design is okay-ish. Let me put this here. Yeah, the design of the bus is okay for how it looks. It has got that retro design. However, just the seating is disgustingly uncomfortable. New London bus routes to be scrapped in 2020. I don't know. I mean, I'm here. I'm at home. I haven't been near my garage or heard much from anyone really in regards to bus routes for 3 months or so. I mean, I'd love to find out. You probably know more than I do at this point. But we'll wait and see. Keep my ear to the ground. Southern Transport says, I was walking in West Dulwich yesterday. I know West Dulwich very well. It's just down the road from me, West Dulwich. In fact, my old school's in West Dulwich. My eldest boy's new school is in West Dulwich. West Dulwich is a lovely place to be, funnily enough. Very nice area. Go ahead, only buy electric buses now. So any route they gain, it's SEEs or EEs. Again, that's not for every bus route, I don't think. I know Right Bus are in a lot of trouble. If not, they have gone into administration. But we'll wait and see what happens on there. I was just reading on Google, 12 was TfL bus route until May 21st, 2020. 12 was a TfL bus route. It's a funny one because the route 12 is operated by Go Ahead. Obviously, we've got the tender on that. All bus routes, funnily enough, are owned by TfL in London. It just depends on what bus company has the contract to operate it. The buses themselves, as far as I'm aware, are owned by TfL. I think that might be where you're coming from. And when Wright, the manufacturer, went out of business, from what I'm led to believe, and again, I could be wrong, Go Ahead took on the responsibility of those buses. But again, don't take that from me. Do a bit of research on that. You may be surprised. I could be wrong. I'm more than likely wrong. I prefer hydrogen to electric buses. I don't know. I wouldn't trust a hydrogen bus. Maybe it's just me. It's hydrogen at the end of the day. I know it's clean. I know it puts out water as its exhaust. But I don't know, hydrogen. Yeah, the seats are nice looking, but uncomfortable these days. Safety seems to be the priority over comfort. And yes, this is very true. But however, as bus drivers, our main priority is the comfort and safety of all of our passengers. It just turns out that safety may have been over comfort in respects to that bus. But let's get back on track. Let's talk about social media, the good things and the bad things of social media. So I've seen a lot of negative on social media recently, and I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate social media for being full of hate. It needs to stop. Please try and be a part of a greater solution when it comes to social media. If you see something that you don't agree with or you don't like, and you feel the need to share it, fine. Feel the need to share it. However, comment on how bad it is, whether it's a white man beating up a black man, or a black man beating up a white man, or a policeman doing something to someone, or someone doing something to a policeman. It's all wrong. All of it. It needs to stop. It is disgusting behaviour. Grown men and grown women literally pulling each other's hair out. It needs to stop. Please. Yes, bring awareness to how bad these things are, but be a part of a solution. Try and find things that are positive that people can try and grab hold of. Spread the love instead of spreading the hate. I've been keeping in contact with my friends on social media. Social media can be used for wonderful things. You can keep in contact with friends. You can keep in contact with family. You can. That's a great way for Facebook to be used. Victoria Gray, I like when people play the race card at you just for asking them to turn down music on the bus. I can't lie, I've experienced that. If I've got someone on my bus and they're listening to music through a sound system as opposed to their headphones, and I'll ask them nicely, excuse me, sir, can you please turn your music down or turn it off? This is a bus and this is my place of work. I'm trying to drive a bus safely. Could you please turn it off? I've been accused of being racist for saying those things. I don't appreciate it. You see, there's colleagues of mine that have actually been told, why are you doing a black man's job? I'm sorry. As last I checked, a bus driver was a job for everyone. That's not funny. That's not fair. You can't say that. That's not right. JBM Travels says, bye. I've got to go work now. Well, JBM Travels, have a wonderful day. I really do appreciate you joining me, and I really want you to enjoy your day and stay safe. I always try and keep my Facebook positive, put funny posts up to help cheer my friends up too. Yeah, again, great. And Victoria Gray, yes, it is a joke. It is a joke. I agree, says Transport Hub. Last few days, barely anything positive on Facebook. That's because people want Facebook to be negative. At the moment, it's a breeding ground for hatred and negativity, and this needs to stop. Bring awareness to Black Lives Matter, please, because it's true. Black lives do matter. What I'm sick of seeing at the moment, though, is the negativity towards white people and the negativity towards black people for wanting Black Lives Matter movement to go ahead, because it should go ahead. But stop bringing negativity to it. Stop making it a wrong thing. Please. Draw positive attention to Black Lives Matter, not negative attention. Because you'll get noticed more with positive action as opposed to negative action. We can all do this together as human beings. Black, white, yellow, brown, doesn't matter what we look like. We can all make a difference. We can all be equal. We can all be fair to each other. And that's, I think at the end of the day, that's what we're all looking for. We're all looking for equality. And I think that in the next 10 years, and it's going to be a slow process, in the next 10 years, we'll look back at 2020. We'll see all of the crap that's happened. We'll see fires in Australia. We'll see flooding in Italy. We'll see COVID-19 for a majority of the year. We'll see hatred and racism. And we'll look at it and go, God damn, it wasn't 2020 a crap year, but we got past it and we've all grown from it. This is a rubbish year we can all learn from. It doesn't have to be nasty. It doesn't have to be bad, but we need to get through it and learn from it. That's what we need to do. Let me just read a couple more of these comments before going. Sarah's random video says, some of my local bus drivers like it when you play Queen on your phone. To be fair, I don't mind a bit of Queen, but the thing is, I have to say it to everyone. I have to be fair. So if you're playing loud music, even if I enjoy it, I'm going to ask you to turn it off. Because at the end of the day, I'm still controlling a bus and your life is in my hands. But this is just my personal view and opinion. Ross McGarry says, social media has kept me going by keeping in daily contact with Alison, which is very true, and other folk. We all know you are not racist, Chris Powell. Thanks, Ross. I appreciate that. I know a lot of people don't agree with my opinions, but this is my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion. I'm not a nasty, hate-filled person. I literally want what's fair and right and just and equal for everybody. That's all I've ever wanted. And I want my kids to grow up in a world that is fair and just and equal. So there we go. Anyway, I am Chris. You are watching Real Talk. And if it's your first time joining me and you don't like this video, goodbye. However, if you do like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you hated about it, especially if you don't like it. But if you know, drop a sub, hit the notifications button, and please, if you can, stay home, and please stay safe. Take it easy.